Check. A little bit louder. Check. Okay, yeah, there we go. So, I just wanted to say one thing before we call up our next speaker. I know it's cold out here. It was raining this morning. But I want y'all to think back to 1836 when those Alamo defenders were behind those walls. They fought during this time. It was cold back then. As the books say, it was very cold back then when they were fighting. They didn't say, give me a timeout, and let's wait for better weather to come in. They fought for liberty and freedom, and they fought to the death in this weather right here. So each one of you Texans that stands in this plaza today, give yourself a round of applause for being the true Texas spirit. So without further delay, I'm going to call up our first speaker. Y'all have seen him all over Texas. This man is just tearing it up into Texas, and he's got grassroots riled up. So please give a round of applause for Don Huffines.
That on Tuesday. That's a good song for the celebration on Tuesday. Hello, Patriots! What a great day to fight for liberty right here in front of the Shrine to Liberty, isn't it? Woo! Guess what? We can do it tomorrow also. Yeah, it's fantastic. It is. Well, I'm going to give you a lot of what I said last year because when I was here, because I thought my speech was so good. No, but it really was, because it really illuminates some things that I think you should know a little bit about the Alamo and about what happened here. But first, of course, I want to thank Texas Freedom Force, Brandon, for putting this on every year. I mean, you guys are such patriots. Thank you so much. Let's give it up for Brandon and Texas Freedom Force. I'm sure you know that they stood out here arm to arm to save this sacred shrine from the Black Lives Matter and all the rioters that were here. If it wasn't for them, it'd be half torn down. Well, you know, right under our feet, this soil, under these rocks and right here, it is stained with the blood of true Texas patriots. This is the Alamo. This is the heart and soul of Texas. This is the Alamo. Just saying it should send shivers up your spine. But why is this battle so special? What was different about this battle? I'll tell you what's different. You know, history, though, is full of battles of soldiers that were ordered to fight to the death. They were ordered to do that. And they did. But this one is unique. And what is unique about it is the men who died here, they were really not soldiers. They were farmers. They were ranchers. They were merchants. They were preachers. They were doctors. They were adventurers. They were regular citizens who answered a call. What makes the Alamo so special is that they were us. We are them. Untrained civilians that heard a call, picked up a gun, and were willing, consciously, to die for an idea, a philosophy really, an idea of liberty. Well, we know some of these heroes, of course. We know Crockett and Travis, Bowie, and maybe some others. But what about the other names on this granite right here behind us, that are immortalized forever, that we do not know much about? What about the names that could be here, or should be here carved in the stone, that aren't? Well, I'm going to tell you about a couple that are in the stone, and they're a couple of my favorites. Well, we all heard about Travis's letter, then you know that Travis needed help. Well, the call went out, and 32 brave men answered that call from Gonzales, Texas, in DeWitt County. One of them got permission from his mother He wanted to talk to his mother to get permission to go relieve Travis. She gladly gave it. She gave him that permission. His name was William King. You see, William was only 16 years old. He's the youngest defender of the Alamo, and he fought ferociously. We know that because it was chronicled in a Mexican soldier's diary. They said he fought like a Diablo. When it was over and they were clearing the battlefield, they had to pry his cold, dead hands off the neck of a dead enemy soldier. William King was an unsung hero of the Alamo. What about Isaac Millsaps? Isaac answered the call at the 32 like many men. He was married, and he had a beloved wife who would support his decision. Her name was Mary Millsap, but he wanted her blessing before he signed off to go fight with the Alamo Relief Force. But not only did Mary give her blessing to Isaac, she said, quote, "Isaac, you need to go fight for Texas. You need to fight for our liberty." And she kissed him goodbye, knowing it was a one-way trip. No one would have blamed Isaac or criticized him for not going to the Alamo, because you see, Mary was completely blind. She couldn't see anything. And when they killed Isaac, Mary was left to raise her 7 children in the wilderness of Texas by herself. Well, Mary, Isaac, and William are all unsung heroes that you don't hear about. They gave it all. They gave everything for a concept, for an idea that most of us forgot about over the years. And that idea is that our liberty does not come from government. It comes from God. They knew that, and they were willing to die for it. What are you willing to do today for liberty? What sacrifices are you going to make today for liberty? Well, I can tell you for sure that these heroes, this blood-stained soil, they would be so upset and disappointed if they came back today and saw how much liberty we've acquiesced and we've given up on. They gave their lives for our liberty. And what have we given up? When is enough enough? When are we going to say we're not going to give up any more liberty? Patriots, it's time to make a difference. It's time to wake up the sheep. When I say we're going to win this campaign, we have to. When I tell you that I'm not asking permission from the federal government to secure the Texas border, you can count on it. We might have joined the Union, but we never lost our independence. This is Texas. I'm going to prove not just to this country what it means to be sovereign, I'm going to prove it to the free world what it means for Texas to be sovereign. We're going to light up the lighthouse of liberty, and we're going to blind those socialists from New York City to San Francisco. Because this is Texas. We will bend the knee to no man, to no government for no reason. Because this is Texas. Patriots, grab those old rusted swords of liberty, unsheath them from their sticky scabbards, and help me cut the chains of government. Help me awaken the sheep, the millions of sheep from their slumber, so they too can help us restore our liberties that have been stolen from us. Awaken them to the power of an individual. Awaken to the power of the Constitution, the power of the free market of capitalism. Awaken them to Lord Jesus Christ Himself. Patriots, this is Texas. Our greatest days are coming. They are yet to dawn. The Huffines administration, it's not going to be just a new chapter in Texas history. It's going to be a new book in Texas history. Join me in this revolution of ideas because I have the solutions. I'm not looking for a new job or a new career. I'm here to solve the problems that affect Texas. I'm here to cut the chains. I'm here to not just give you words of the ancestors of our heroes right here. I'm not here to give you words. I'm going to show you the deeds. I want to be accountable. I want to honor these men with our deeds, our solutions to show that Texas is sovereign and we're free. God bless you and God bless Texas. Thank you.
So Huffines has to run to another event, but we're just going to hang on to him one quick second. Last year we gave Huffines a canvas of an aerial photograph of us holding the Alamo against 5,000 rioters and looters. This year we wanted to give away an honorary membership to This Is Texas Freedom Force to a man who has rode with Huffines all over Texas. This man gets up early in the morning. I know, I see him on social media when I'm up. He goes to bed later than me sometimes. So Katie, come up here right quick. So this is your honorary membership. Wow. Yeah. Katie. Come on. There you go. Wow.
If you have not voted, get out and vote on Tuesday. This is our next governor to save Texas.
Yeah!